John Lund was originally from Canby. He was born here and grew up. He was a real estate dealer, and so I think he saw the opportunity to become a millionaire. I think this was one of his goals, was to become very well-to-do, well-known. And so this, I'm sure, is why he came to the Canby area. He could buy this land because it wasn't developed very much and make his millions and do something, build a community. I think this was important. I think I think he wanted to be remembered. John Lund designed the house to be palatial. I think he wanted it to be a showplace. He put after the house was built, they put the stone fence up. They built, this whole block, half block was John's. The original house was not like it is today, of course. It was quite plain on the outside. I think John Lund they said they only had Sundays off to rest. Otherwise, they worked 6 days a week. The original house was built in 49 days, and that is kind of one of the phrases that's used, is the 49-day house. After John had sold his land, he sold the house to his brother-in-law and his sister, Reverend Hole, and then he and his wife Flora moved back to the cities. And that is why we have incorporated the names Lund Hole, because we just feel that the Hole family did a lot for the community, also because Reverend Hole started a lot of churches in the area. After Reverend Hole and his wife had died, Nella acquired the house, and this was his youngest daughter. She lived here for a time, and she married a businessman. Andrew Berg was his name, from the cities. And after a time, then they decided to move to the cities. When she left, she literally cleaned the house out, as far as furniture, rugs, anything that was not tied down. When Nella died, they bought the house from Minnie Richter, the board went down to Andrew Berg's home and acquired many of the things, and Andrew gave back many things also that belonged in the house, that had originally been in the house. These items now are in the house. They are marked. Anything in the house that has a red ribbon on it is original to the house. Was always in the house up to the time that Nella sold it. This piano is original to the house. It belonged to Nella, and she was an accomplished piano player and a teacher, and so she did give lessons on it. We have kept the piano up. When we have our ice cream socials, we have someone who comes in and plays piano. People like to hear the music. Karen Olson is one of the people who have come in when we have our ice cream social and played the piano here. She's a local lady, and she gives piano lessons besides. She also plays in one of the churches in town, Oregon. The Bible that is in the case was Reverend Hole's family Bible. It has all the records, information on the various members of the family. The writing, the biblical verses are in Norwegian, though. On the desk is a cap and a bugle. When John Lund had bought this land in the Canby area and started soliciting buyers from the cities to come out and buy the land from him, he would get together some of his friends that played musical instruments from Canby, and they would meet these prospective buyers at the train and serenade them as they were getting off train. And this is John Lund's cap and his bugle. He also had a vest, but at one time that was evidently destroyed in a fire, and so we do not have that. This is the family dining room. The dishes on the table, some of the plates belonged to Nella, and they were able to acquire them back from her estate. The other pieces are just fill-ins that people had that donated them to the house. The 2 silver napkin holders are original to Reverend Hole and his wife, and their names are on them. The door up above me is called the Mystery Door. We have students from the elementary school come in and tour the house. They like to think about things and imagine what is behind the door, and if we know what's behind the door, and very excited about seeing it. We are in the billiard room. It was John Lund's billiard room. When Reverend Hole lived here, he used this as his office. The desk is Reverend Hole's desk. On the table, on the desktop, is a marriage license and the picture of the 2 people that were married. We have been told that they might have been the first couple that he married when he came to Canby. I'm sure if you were a couple getting married, you wouldn't want kids running through. If you were confirmation class, I'm sure he wouldn't want any disturbances if he was trying to teach them something. So it just made a nice, quiet place for him to be. I guess I like to come here. I like to give tours of the house just to share it with people, share the information I have. Sometimes descendants of Reverend Hole will come, and it's gratifying to see how they kind of almost feel like, well, there's a little bit of me in this house. I think the community likes to kind of think of it as maybe their home or something that they have too here in the town. When we have our ice cream socials, we just have such a big turnout. People sit in the backyard at picnic tables and sit and visit all afternoon, and many of them, as many times as they have gone through the house, they still like to just walk through the house one more time. So it's a community home.